Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy news update. And this time, Games Workshop have released the star player list. We were wondering what was going on with that, thanks to there only being 16 star players leaked in the back of the rule book. We were wondering where the rest were going to be. And weirdly, those 16 are not in this list. You'd think they would just all be together in one place. But no, they're not. Excuse the noises in the background. There'll probably be little pauses every now and again as well, with the because someone is gonna follow or something during this. This is a live stream. This is not an article. You will see chat on screen. I will be answering questions from chat during it. This is just going to be uploaded to YouTube as a video of a discussion we had on a live stream. Please come join us on the live stream. I thank you, Demento. I should probably actually say that, shouldn't I? I've just realized I've never said that in a single video. Hey, come and join us on the live stream. Just forgot. So we are going to go through all of the star players. However, you'll excuse me, you'll hear me yawning and stuff. I've had a really annoying day today, and my condition is playing up. Yes, I have a condition, also not relevant to this video. We are going to go over all the star players, but we're going to jump straight to the one that's going to cause the most discussion, and then we'll come back and we'll go through them in alphabetical order, because there's one in particular that's going to cause some consternation. And it's this page right here. We have a new rule for Grak and Crumbleberry. Grak has the special rule, I'll carry you. And it says they must be hired as a pair. Additionally, once per half, if Grak begins his activation adjacent to Crumbleberry, he may pick up Crumbleberry, temporarily remove him from the pitch. That's what, weirdly, that's how it says it, right? Temporarily remove Crumble from the pitch. Not removing. Should say removing, just for grammatical purposes. But it says temporarily remove Crumbleberry from the pitch. At the end of Grak's activation, place Crumbleberry in an unoccupied square adjacent to Grak. Here's the bit that it doesn't say that everyone is talking about. This seems broken. It doesn't say that that uses Crumbleberry's activation. Because if you look down at Crumbleberry, it doesn't say anything there either. It says they hired as a pair. While he's being carried, Grak gains the break, tackle, and dodge skills. So what it seems like what they're going for is Grak picks up Crumbleberry, who's got the ball, gains the break, tackle, and dodge skill, charges through the defensive line with a blitz and a dodge or something, and then puts Crumbleberry down in the end zone for a glorious touchdown. That seems to be what they were going for. However, because they've written it the way they've written it, what's actually going to happen is this is the easiest one turn of all time. Someone just picks up the ball and gives it a Crumbleberry. Grak runs down the pitch 5 squares, puts Crumbleberry down in front of him, who runs the remaining squares. That's completely viable by the rules that they've written here. And there's been some discussion about the fact that because they temporarily remove Crumbleberry from the pitch, whether he's allowed to have the ball. But that seems insane, right? Because otherwise there's no point to this at all. Obviously, he's supposed to have the ball. No, you don't, Tempest, because you can put Crumbleberry down in front of you. So Grak moves, so it's 13 squares so you need to move 13, but you get a free one because Grak puts Crumbleberry down 1 square in front of him. So this is ridiculous, surely. That, there's no way they can mean that. Like, this must just be that they didn't think about it. Like, ideally, this can stay, but while Grak is moving with Crumbleberry on him, it also counts as Crumbleberry's activation. So when you put Crumbleberry down, his activation ends. That way, the original, to me, obvious idea of him charging through the line and putting him in the end zone still scores a touchdown. But you can't allow such an easy one-turn touchdown, right? No randomness, like when you throw. No landing roll. And it's once per half, so they can do it on turn 8 and turn 9. And turn 9 is not going to be as defended, obviously. No one defends like across the full LOS on turn 9. So turn 9's even easier, basically free for a couple of loner rushes. Like, it seems crazy. So yeah, we'll put that up the front. Like, if you want to talk about how stupid that is, go nuts. There'll probably be some other weird things in there. I know there are some hypnogaze type things going on with some of them that are going to cause consternation. But that to me is the biggest standout as the biggest issue with the star players right now. So we're not going to start with the PDF because we're going to try and go through an alphabetical order. And the first ones, the A's, were done leaked from the back of the book. So we have Acorn first up, and he is unchanged stat-wise, unchanged skill-wise. I'm just checking off to my side. And unchanged special rule-wise. Not really, Pubble. No. Do you want me to try and make it so that it's 2 per page like that? Excuse me. Yeah, they've changed no hands to no ball, which is fine, right? Because obviously, like people were pointing out, that Death Roller Driver has hands. Acorn actually has hands. You can see them there in this photo. So Acorn is basically unchanged. Still fine. Like a bit of a meme, but it's fine, right? Anky Panky, they didn't give him back guard. Like when they changed him from Silly Billy to Anky Panky, they took guard away and they haven't given it back. He's unchanged as far as price. He's unchanged as far as stats. He's unchanged as far as skills. And he's unchanged as far as special rules. So Acorn and Anky Panky are identical to how they were before. Is that big enough for you, Pubble? Or does it need to be bigger? This seems big enough, right? So Barrack is the first one we get, other than the one we jumped ahead to, that's got to change. Identical on the stats, same price. And same skills. No longer plays for halflings. That was the one thing that's definitely been changed. He played for halflings before. No longer plays for halflings. Lots of people will no longer play for flings. They got shafted on the star players. And the special rule looks identical. Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to cough a lot, annoying me. Next up, we have Bile Rot. Bile Rot is also unchanged, I think. Oh, no, wait. No, he's got Lone Fowler and Unsteady. Oh, we should keep an eye out for Unsteady on some of these because obviously that means big star players can pick up the ball if they don't have big guy and they don't have Unsteady. Yes, he doesn't have stand firm like the regular bloaters. They give him Lone Fowler instead. For those who don't know, Lone Fowler's been leaked, and it basically means you can re-roll a failed armor roll. Not re-roll an armor roll, it has to fail. So you can't re-roll like double 4, double 5, double 6. But it does mean you can re-roll double 1, double 2, double 3. Even if they succeed. Oh no, wait, no, they won't succeed, will they? Double 3 with DP plus 1. I mean, unless you're fouling a halfling or a snotling or something. Yeah, I hadn't finished it. It was a really long run-on sentence, Christopher. This is only if he doesn't have any assists to his foul. So in this case, not that much use, right? As far as not getting sent off. You're probably not going to be lone fouling with a 180k strength 5 guy anyway. So it might come up. And we do see for the first time plays for Favored of Nurgle. So everyone was wondering whether that was the thing, but it seems that special rule is just who they can play for. It's not going to be any special rule for Favored of. It is just going to be star player choices. 180k for him in general is good, yes. Next up, we have the Black Gobbo. And he is unchanged in stats. He is 15k cheaper. Dodge, Loner 3+. That's what it used to be. Sidestep, Sneaky Git, Stab, Stunty. Okay, all of those are the same. Everything else is the same. Sneakiest of the lot. And that's the same too. So Black Gobbo is just being given a price decrease. Just a straight up 15k price decrease. And next up we have Boa Constrictor. Boa Constrictor is 20k cheaper, has the same stats. Dodge, he's been given Fend, which he didn't have before. Hypno, Prehensile Tail, Safe Pair of Hands, Sidestep. So he probably got given a skill because Hypno it's just straight Hypno, and that's been nerfed a little now. And oh yeah, you're right, Demento. Sneaky Git has also been nerfed a little, so that explained the Black Gobbo decrease. Right, talk amongst yourselves. I gotta answer the door sec. I'm back. It's also Halloween for those watching this video in the future. Lots of stuff going on. Hypno has been buffed for Boa Constrictor. Yeah, it was an agility roll before, and he's 3+ agility, so he is permanently 3+ now and can do it from a tackle zone. Is it looking to my eyes the same? It is, and it's useless. Like, what are the odds that that ever comes into play? That you start your activation marking the ball carrier. You could maybe try and chain him into a cage or something, right? But again, it's not likely to ever happen. And next up, we have Bomber Dribble Snot. Goblins absolutely drooling, waiting to see Bomber Dribble Snot. And for a start, he's only 30k more. He's got the same stats. And he seems to have the exact same skills. So what about Kaboom? Once per game, you can choose to have explored. He's unchanged. He's completely unchanged, except he's 30k more expensive. I don't think that's going to stop him being a megastar. And therefore just banned. I suspect Bomber Dribble Snot is cheaper than Cindy because for this edition, whoever was deciding with their pulling teams out of a hat went with they're tired of goblins being the worst team. Let's make it halflings and gnomes instead. That's probably why, isn't it? Now, next up here is Captain Karina, which means we've lost Bryce the Slice, doesn't it? We should keep an eye out for star players we're missing too. So Bryce the Slice is gone, or currently gone, which is a bit weird. He's just a chainsaw. Do we think maybe he's going to be in the Tomb King's Spike Journal, along with the return of Ramtut? Seems like that's a possibility, right? That he's just randomly missing. He's just a chainsaw. It's not like he's great, and so they banned him or anything. And it's a new model, so it seems odd to get rid of him completely. So let's expect to see Bryce the Slice in the Tomb King Spike. Next up, we have Cindy. Cindy's on this here. So Cindy has doubled in price from 50 to 100. But everything else is identical. Everything seems completely identical here. There is also the fact that you can't wildly inaccurate bombs anymore. So that will play into an increase as well. I wouldn't think so, Tempest. No, because in my opinion, Bomber Dribble Snot special rule is better than hers. So that doesn't seem likely. I think it's probably just because halflings are getting shafted and goblins are not. So next up we have Count Luther. And I believe he's also unchanged from previous Count Luthers. This is just Count Luther, isn't it? Someone's going to have to tell me that. I don't have Count Luther active right now. I think he's unchanged. Demento is agreeing with me. So, next up after Count Luther, we have Deeproot. Ye olde Deeproot, and Deeproot has been changed. He is the same price, and he does have the same stats, but you might notice that a sneaky bullseye has appeared in his skills. And I'm just checking his special rule. That's identical. So basically, he just gets bullseye for free. Bullseye coming in real nice, by the way. No, he's the same price, Tempest, but he gets bullseye for free. With this pass in 4+, when you throw a short pass, oh, yeah, sorry. They've removed all the +2s, right? He did have Mighty Blow +2. My bad, you're right. I forgot Deeproot was one of them. Yeah, with Bullseye and Strong Arm, there's going to be the throw teammate's going to be a lot stronger than it was before. I mean, for the stunties, primarily. So after Deeproot, we have Dribble and Droll. So far, I think the increase is pretty chunky. 40k increase for buying Dribble and Droll, which is fair. They were one of the strongest star player choices. What are the other changes? Any? Dirty player dodge. Quick foul for this one, for Dribble. Quick foul is you can move, right? After you've finished fouling. That's after you fouled, you can carry on moving. So Dribble has been upgraded to have the old sneaky git before it was nerfed from 2020 start. But Drull is the same. So that, I mean, that's a pretty big that's a pretty big bonus for Dribble, right? But it does mean you've got to leave Drull behind. So Drull is now the idiot who goes and stands by someone, and then Dribble goes and fouls him, and then fucks off and leave Drull behind. Oh yes, and I forgot about this. There is, I'm assuming, a typo here on both of them. Whenever Dribble or Droll perform either a foul or a stab special action against an opposition player marked by both Dribble and Droll, they may apply a +1 modifier to the roll. To the roll. What roll? That needs a word in there, doesn't it? Like, what roll? I don't even know how you would, like, use that as raw. Like, as raw, what does that mean? You can do any roll? Can I add +1 to the casualty roll? Just the roll. I don't know why I'm asking, right, Jim? The classic the roll. +1 to argue the call, yeah. To the stab or the foul roll. Jim coming in, clearing it all up for us. We assume it means AV, the armor roll, but like not necessarily, right? It could mean either the armor or injury roll. It could be full mighty blow. Wait, it was injury roll before, wasn't it? It wasn't even armor roll before. It was injury roll. So they essentially had like +2 injury on a gang foul. So if that's the case, they still do. So they're still pretty brutal. Something to keep an eye out in the errata, yeah. So next up, we have Eldril. And Eldril has been slightly nerfed, but he only gets 10k off. The nerf being Hypno Gaze, because he is agility 2. So now his Hypno is 3+, along with the change to Hypno. And he hasn't had anything... Oh, wait. It's been upgraded to once per half. His special rule was once per game. So to make up for the nerf, he can now do it once per half. Okay, that does make up for it. So that's pretty good. So next up is the first one of the crazy ones, but as far as I can tell, this is unchanged. This is what it was always been like. You just never took her. We have Estelle Levenor, or Veneer. Unchanged stats, unchanged price. And I'm going to read this to see if it's the same. Once per game at the beginning of Estelle's activation, select an opposition player within 5 squares and roll a d6. On a 2+, the chosen player becomes distracted and cannot be activated during their team's next turn. That's actually better. That's actually better. That's better than it was before. It used to say cannot be activated until the end of the opposition's next team turn, which you could have read as at the end of your team turn you can activate her, or the person being distracted, but now you can't. So it's like, whether it's better or not, it's better wording. Now you know exactly what it means. Which means you can just stop someone scoring by doing this on turn 7, which is pretty funny. Estelle Avenue. That doesn't make any sense. There's an L there. It can't be Estelle Avenue. There's an L missing. All right. And next up missing is Frankenstein, which is a bit weird because Frankenstein does not go with Tomb Kings. So where's Frankenstein gone? Like, surely Frankenstein is not going to be in the Tomb Kings spike. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I think he does play for Tomb Kings, doesn't he? But, like, it's not associated with Tomb Kings. Obviously, it's associated with Necro. So Frankenstein might be out. which is sad. That would be the first one that's likely cut. Bryce the Slice is a new model. Wait, isn't there a new Frankenstein model? There's a 2020 Frankenstein model, isn't there? Frankenstein. Not that deep a cut. Right. Next up, we have Fungus the Loon, who is unchanged, as far as I can see. Yeah, seemingly completely unchanged. So, Frankenstein gone, Fungus unchanged. Next up, we have Glart, and it is Fat Glart. We keep Fat Glart. Fat Glart gets a passing stat, whereas before he couldn't. Block Claw, Grab, Juggernaut, Loner, Stand Firm, sure. Plays for Underworld Challenge. Once per half, you may gain the Frenzy skill at the end. This is the same. Okay, this is identical, and he's 20k cheaper. Fat Glart. There's Fat Glart and Skinny Glart, right? One's the other one's son or something in lore. But so Glart 20k cheaper, that's fine, isn't it? Nothing on there to explain why he's 20k cheaper either. Like none of these skills have been nerfed or anything. Next up, we have Glorial Summer Bloom. Some of these stars, this will be the last time you ever care about them. Unchanged completely. Unchanged completely. Completely useless. And will never be picked. So there we go. Next up, we have Glottal Stop. Glottal Stop gains a passing stat. Everyone gains a 6+ passing stat. I think we've got rid of the can't pass thing. Animal Savagery, Frenzy, Loner, Mighty Blow, Prehensile Tail, Stand Firm, Thick Skull. Once per game, may lash out at an opposition player rather than a teammate. Yeah, that's just the same. 10k cheaper for reasons unknown. We're going to skip Grak and Crumbleberry, obviously, because we know we did that at the start. So next up, we have an old favorite, now probably obsolete, Grashnak. Grashnak, unchanged stat-wise, except for the 6+ passing. Frenzy, Horns, Loner, Mighty Blow, Thick Skull, Unchanneled Fury, which was brought back. Plays specifically for Chaos Clash. Not that this will matter, because I don't think he'll ever be chosen again, sadly. And his special rule is changed. One of the reasons that he'll never be chosen again, probably, is that Hathark is just obscenely better for only 60k more. So unless you've got precisely 240 or something, if you're that far down, you're not taking Grashnak anymore. You're taking Hathark. And in fact, if you were 240 down and had a Lino, you'd probably fire him so you could take Hathark, who is basically better than Grashnak and a Lino. Next up, we have Gretchen Wachter. And, she doesn't have... Oh, she's got no ball, that's why, obviously. So, identical, Oh, that's a huge cut in price. What's happened here? That is an 80k price reduction. 80k. Disturbing presence, dodge, foul appearance, jump up, no ball, regen, shadowing, sidestep. Once per game, when Gretchen is activated, she can use this special rule. Until the end of her activation, she does not have to make dodge rolls. That's better now, surely. Like, her old rule was shit. She's 80k cheaper and can just walk through tackle zones to sack the ball on a 1 dice, I guess. I mean, not necessarily nothing, right? It depends on who you're playing. She might now be useful against stunties or rats or someone who's going to carry the ball on strength 2, so you get 2 dice. You can't sideline Cage ever. Oh, well, you can if you're bad, obviously. That's how dodge rolls are made. Zalara. So before we look at Grom Brindal Tempest, next up we have Griff. So Griff has been made 20k more expensive. And he's identical. However, he doesn't play for halflings anymore. So, who the hell is he going to play for? Oh, yeah, I forgot. It was a reroll before. My bad, Jock. You're right. This is a +1, and it was a reroll. So they nerfed his consummate professional. But no one else takes Griff. So even though it doesn't seem to matter that they've nerfed Griff a bit, because nobody's taking Griff now. No Grifflings anymore. And now we have Grim Ironjaw. Grim has had a 10k cost reduction and gained a 6+ passing, as everyone has. He also has gained Hatred Big Guy, and we know that Hatred is you can reroll a skull when blocking whatever's in the brackets, in this case, all big guys for Grim. And his special rule has been changed. However, Grim also no longer plays for halflings. Or Old World Alliance, or Old World Classic, sorry. All just for World's Edge Super League now. They've really cut back on who some of these star players will play for. Once per game, when an opposition big guy is knocked down as a result of a block, you may apply an additional +1 modifier to either the armor or the injury. That's, you might notice he does not have Mighty Blow. So basically, he weirdly has big guy specific one-off Mighty Blow, even though he's a Strength 4 Slayer. So Grim will also just never be taken. We can close this. Next up, we have Grom Brindal. Grom Brindal has taken a 40k price decrease. Identical stats. Block, he's been given break tackle, which he didn't have before, but his strength 3, that's just a +1. He is agility 3, though, so that gives him 1/2+ dodge. Dauntless, loner, mighty blow, stand firm, sure feet. For some reason, he's been given sure feet. Okay. He doesn't. He used to play for the Lustrian Super League and doesn't anymore. Again, no idea why he did. And his special rule is once completely changed. Once per game, when Grombrindal is activated, he may select one teammate within 2 squares. The selected teammate gains. Wait, that was every turn, wasn't it? Isn't he the one that did that every turn? I mean, maybe it's a typo. Maybe it's a typo. No, yeah, they did change it to 2 squares when it used to be adjacent to him. Okay, well, he's dead then. See you later, Grombrindal. Hope you enjoyed being used for like a few years. Totally toast. See you next time. Next up, we have Guffle Pussmore. Guffle, again, unchanged with the stats. A 30k price reduction. And he now comes with Nerves of Steel, which he didn't have before. So you can actually give the ball to him now. Because Monstrous Mouth is still the same as it was, but it can also chomp. But it's now he's got Nerves of Steel. You can hand off to him in the ruck. No one can take the ball off him. He does have no unsteady, yeah. It's not catch anymore. It's just no strip. Okay. His special rule is different, I'm assuming. Once per game, if he's marking an opposition player who catches the ball. Oh, no, he's not. It's the same. It's silly. I mean, when does that ever happen, right? What is the point of that kind of special rule? What, like, honestly, people should get a prize if that ever actually happens in a real game. The new chomped rule is basically you can chomp someone and it holds them in place. Brutal. It's like you get dog bit. So quite strange. But 150k, you might see him. Next up, we have Hackflem. Hackflem has taken a movement bust. He's only lost 10k, but he's down to movement 8. That seems harsh. Is his special rule the same? Yes, it's the same. So just a movement bust. I mean, to be fair, Hackflem was normally banned as a megastar. It feels like he won't be now. Only plays for Underworld Challenge, not favored of, so probably not going to be banned anymore. You might see him. Next up, we have Helmut Wolf, the old chainsaw fave. And he is... Wait, weirdly, he's identical, but he's been given no balls. So and he only plays for Old World Classic. Helmet used to play for everyone, didn't he? I've seen many a team take bloody Helmet Wolf. So that's a massive change on who he can play for. I think he used to be like a Morg, wasn't he? He was the ubiquitous chainsaw that played for everyone. So now, not so much. And then we come with who's still going to be a megastar, right? This is still going to be a megastar. Hathark, unchanged on the stats, unchanged on the cost. Block, break, tackle, defensive, juggernaut, sprint, sure feet, thick skull. Unsteady, sure. He's only agility 4, so that doesn't matter that much. And the same special rule is, I mean, he's still a megastar, right? He's crazy good. Like, crazy good. And it's even got a buff because break tackle is a buff. Break tackle now gives him a +3 to his break tackle attempt because he's strength 5 or over. They changed that from +2. So that is, yeah, a crazy dodge into a screen or something if you need it. Yeah, an absolutely wild player. Just a wild player. Absolutely a megastar. One of the few megastars now. And we have Ivan the Animal. He has weirdly, he's the only one to have taken, I think he's the only one we've seen across all rosters, etc., who's taken a passing nerf. What a weird individual thing that is. He is also 20k more expensive. What did he get anything for that? Block, disturbing presence, juggernaut, loner, regen, strip ball, tackle. So he just gets hatred dwarf, where he can re-roll a skull. It's not that great as a hatred, but it's not worth paying 20k for. Once per game, when an opposition player is knocked down as a result of a block action, you can apply an additional +1. If this is against a dwarf, +2. So this was always the same. Man, this guy hates dwarves. Next up, we have Ivar Eriksson. This is identical. He's 30k cheaper, so I suspect something's going to have changed here. Block, guard, tackle, loner. Oh, his loner's gone up to 4+ from 3. What's his raiding party? Once per drive, you may select one open teammate within 5 squares. Oh, that's identical. He's just taken a 30k decrease. That's pretty wild. Ivar got pretty good usage. I've seen Ivar like a fair bit. Just a 30k decrease for no reason. Thank you very much, sir. Again, it's a bit random, some of this stuff, isn't it? Next up, we have Jeremiah Cool. Jeremiah Cool, 20k decrease. Block, dodge. Oh, that's annoying. Dodge and diving catch the wrong way round alphabetically. That's going to trigger someone's OCD. Oh no, nerves of steel on the ball, pass, sidestep, flashing blade. All identical, just 20k cheaper. Play for Elven Kingdoms only. Again, you just don't see him because when are elves 300 down? And if they are 300 down, when is Jeremiah Cool helping? Once in a blue moon, you ever see some of these players. Next up, we have Jordell Fresh Breeze. And he has taken a change. He is 30k more expensive. Same stats. Block, diving catch, dodge, leap, sidestep, and he's been given steady footing. The rule where if you roll a 6, you don't fall down. It says or Woodland League, Wonky. I don't. Are halflings in Woodland League? Are they in both? Are we going to see Jordelflings? Jawflings? Breezeflings? Once per game, Jordel can choose to pass a single dodge, leap, or rush on a 2+, regardless of any modifiers. Fresh flings. Oh, baby, fresh flings. So this is all identical, but he's 30k more expensive for steady footing, which is just you if you roll a 6. That seems weird. Next up, we have Joseph Bugman, who stepped off the bench from being an assistant coach to being a full-time star player that no one will ever choose. It seems bad to, like, basically was something that someone would choose, and now he's something that no one chooses. 53349, 180k, has drunkard, so can't make rushes. Block, fend, tackle, taunt, thick skull. Like, once per game, when Joseph's armor is broken, you may choose to have the armor rerolled, like a fuck you reroll. No one's picking this, is it? It's the strength 3. It's just so boring. Why would you ever pick this guy? Rumbelo's better, like, assuming Rumbelo will play for you. He's 180k. You just don't care. You just don't care enough about anything he brings to the table for 180k. That's the problem, right? It's the star player problem in a nutshell. Wait, did we go over... Did I miss Countess Karina? Was Countess Karina up here and I didn't do her? Captain Karina, sorry, not Countess Karina. I didn't do Captain Karina. My bad. Captain Karina. Identical stats, identical cost, identical skills, and identical special rule. Okay. Well, that's maybe why I didn't do that. That's not exciting at all. She's pretty good, though. We have Carla Von Kill, who is also looking very unchanged. Same stats, same cost. Block, Dauntless, Dodge, Jump Up, Loner. Once per game when using Dauntless, she may increase her strength to double that of the target. Yeah, that's all identical. Carla, completely identical. Totally fine. Kiroth, Kraken Eye. Same stats. Same... Oh, wait, no, not same stats. Why have they armor busted Kiroth? Is that might be a typo as well, right? Some of these have got to be typos. He's the same price. He's just now been changed to armor 7? That can't be right. Not that it matters. Nobody ever takes Kiroth Krakeneye, but I mean, they're definitely not going to now, are they? Just because it's a runner. You can't just call him a runner and make him armor 7 and then not give him either dump off or punt. Once per game, at the start of any of his activations, Kiroth can select an opposition player he is marking. The selected player becomes distracted until they are next activated. Yeah, it doesn't say that ends his activation. But it didn't end his activation before. That's what it always was. So he's just been nerfed armor-wise and kept the same cost. So that's just silly. They've ended the threat of Kiroth, which was running rampant through tournaments. Next up, we have Creek. Creek also unchanged by the look of it. 10k more expensive. And doesn't play for Favored Of anymore. Only Underworld Challenge. Oh, you're right. Sorry, it's a movement bust. I missed that. So Creek has been move bust and made more expensive. Again, though, Creek did show up as a megastar on banned lists. So the ones that are megastars or bans have been taking nerfs. Same special rule, though. And we have Borak, who should be next, right? There he is. So Borak is 10k more expensive because his special rule has changed. It was a leader type special rule, but now he's just been given leader, the same as he used to have, right? He used to have leader back in the day. So he's been given leader. Dirty player has lost the +2. Loner has dropped to 3+. And he's got put the boot in. Which is a bit weird for the guy that comes with Dirty Player and Sneaky Git. Because put the boot in is the skill that you count as an assist to a foul, even if you are marked. So that means someone else would have to foul for you to make use of put the boot in. Once per game, when Lord Borak performs a block action, he may re-roll a single block dice. Once per game, rules like that are pretty meaningless. So overall, sideways movement for Borak, right? Good leader re-roll now. Guaranteed. And of course, wait. Oh, the Swift Twins have moved. They must be called the Swift Twins or something now because they're Lucian. And so they should be L. They should be next. So next up we have Maple. Have they done anything to Maple? Because Maple is a bit OP, or was. 3, 5, 5. So identical stats, identical price. Brawler, grab, loner, mighty blow, stand firm, tentacle 6. So identical skills. Have they changed the rule? Once per half. Do it so against an opposition player is 2 squares away. No. In fact, oh wait, no. So here we go. This is going to be one of the newly written parts of the rule book. This used to say at the end, cannot be as part of a blitz action. However, they've seemed to be trying to make sure that the word declare declares is relevant. He's declaring a block action. So that's not a blitz. Performing a block action can be done while declaring a blitz. But you can't declare a block action during a blitz. So yeah. So Maple's identical. Maple stays as a megastar to me. Maple's real good. Max Spleen Ripper. We have identical stats, identical cost, added no balls. Only plays for favored of corn. Not just favored of. Which makes sense, considering the artwork and stuff. And the double chainsaw attack. Yeah, no, identical. So, Max Spleen Ripper, identical there. Mighty Zug. Good old Mighty Zug. 5/5. Oh, wait, a movement increase for Mighty Zug? A movement increase for the Zugster? What the hell? Random Speedy Zug? No price increase? Just straight up faster Zug? Does get unsteady, but who cares about that? Doesn't play for halflings, by the way, you might notice. Another fuck you to halflings. Huge fuck yous to halflings in this. Halflings getting absolutely wrecked. Other than that, completely identical. Just a random increase in movement. And next up we have Morg. The old Morgster. Obviously now with the Mighty Blow +2 gone. Big nerf. 40k cheaper. Identical stats. Gains Bullseye and Hatred Undead. Bit rough for the undead. But with Bullseye, the Ballista now actually comes into play, doesn't it? The combo of Bullseye and Ballista, pretty tasty. Again, for those people who don't know, Bullseye is if you make a successful throw teammate, it doesn't scatter. So for throwing 6 squares, that's a 5+ for Morg. So it doesn't scatter. Next up, we have Nobbler for the Goblins and Underworld. Identical stats, identical cost. Blodge, Chainsaw, Saboteur. I told you we'd find some of these skills that no one's going to take on the star players. Saboteur is when if you block him, like he blows up and takes you with him, essentially. Like chainsaws you on his way out or something. It's pretty stupid. No one's ever going to take it, but it existing on Nobbler is pretty good. And special rules still the same. Once per game can do basically a free foul on someone. Next up, let's go back to this for the Puggy, the sandwich eater himself. He has a 10k increase. However, that's to pay for his new improved armor / fatter belly. Did I skip fungus? I guess I'll have to go back and find fungus then. Puggy. Passing increase. Armor increase. And Once per game, Puggy may reroll a single dice that was rolled, either a single roll, a multiple dice roll, or a dice pool. Though it cannot be armor, injury, or cas. So that was always the same. So, buff to Puggy. Perfect Puggy buff. So what are we looking for? Fungus. Fungus the Loon. No, we skipped him quickly because he was identical, wasn't he? Did I make that up? He's identical, isn't he? No change whatsoever. Next up, we have Rashnak, the sneaky stabber. Completely unchanged. Shadow inside step, sneaky git, stab. Completely unchanged and completely useless. However, this is not a useless. Ripper. Ripper has also got a movement increase. He does not have a price increase, and he's gained bullseye. And he's gained bullseye. So Ripper now pretty good at throwing things at the ball carrier. In general, caging is getting less and less useful. Loads of ways to break the cage with steady footing, with the increase to break tackle, the increase to throwing teammates directly where you want to go. Like, caging is now getting, like, removed as the safe thing that it was bit by bit. Like, Ripper now, insane, right? Movement 5, and bullseye to throw things directly. He could pick up someone who's close to a cage, throw it into the cage, and on a 4+ that you can reroll if you want, it just hits the ball carrier. %50 chance of just hitting the ball carrier. Wild. Yeah, but all of the cage breaking stuff is not on any agility teams anyway, is it? It's all on, like, stunty teams and bash teams. So it's like, it's a way for them to beat other bash teams. Super annoying. Like, agility play is out the window. This. Next up, we have Rodney Roachbait. And he is identical, as you'd expect, really, for a gnome star player. He only just came out, so identical. Wait, we've lost Rowana, have we? Have we lost Rowana? I mean, surely that's a mistake, right? That's a brand new star player. So someone's accidentally forgot to include a brand new gnome star player. So sorry if you, wanted to play her. Next up, we have Roxana Darknail, an old favorite for many players. Identical stats, identical cost, identical skills, but a completely different special rule. Her old special rule was she could rush 3 times once per game. And a new special rule is once per half, She gets claws. That's strange. Oh, sorry, you're right. I keep missing some of these minor like changes. Yeah, passing increase, but who cares? Yeah, elf teams only. Elves never see star players, so we have Rumbelow. Passing 5+. That's a double passing increase, in case anyone cares. Would had no pass at all and moved to 5+. Other than that, identical, right? Block, horns, juggernaut, tackle, thick skull. Oh wait, lost leap. Rumbelow had leap. So again, a halfling nerf. Not that anyone ever used the leap, but it was there, right? So just a random halfling nerf again. Why the hell have halflings been so nerfed? Oh, you're right. Yes, that's what it is. Lost leap and also lost no hands. Not that that matters. You're not carrying on him, you. Like, if you ever take him, he's constantly blitzing. You don't want to carry on him. And not that I saw Christopher, no. He wasn't there already, though, right? Hawken wasn't in 2020, was he? Oh, wait, was he released? Uh, late for 2020, or he was 2016? He wasn't like Kiroth and stuff that was released later. So next up we have Scrapper. Scrapper has a passing increase, a 10k price reduction, dirty player dodge pogo. We haven't seen what pogo is, have we? Right stuff, sprint. All of these are the same. And this almost never happens, right? So this is identical, except he's 10k cheaper. Why would they change anything, Shaker? Next up, we have Scylla. Scylla Black. Again, for some reason, Scylla can now pass the ball. Super important that Scylla can pass the ball. Same price. Claws, Frenzy, Loner, Mighty Blow, Prehensile Tail, Thick Skull, Unchanneled Fury. Plays for Favorite of Corn only. That's big game. Scylla rolls a 1. Okay, there we go. So that's all identical. Skitter. Skitter up next. Skitter not taking a movement bust like Hack Phlegm. Taking a 20k increase. And otherwise identical, just 20k more expensive, which is fine. Skitter's real good. No longer plays for favorite of, as we say. Lots of these, I haven't really checked on these, but lots of these star players not actually playing for a lot of teams that they could be for. Only Underworld Challenge teams now. Next up, we have Scrog. Scrog. Uh, Wonky, I very much appreciate it. Please don't take this as anything bad. It's just when things like that happen, it reminds me that I keep meaning to put something up, like below the stream or something. The random gift subs on Twitch are stupid. They're broken in many ways. One of those people you just gift sub has never heard of me and has never been to my channel. Two of them don't hang out here on purpose and dislike me. So while I very much appreciate the support, thank you very much. I'm gonna have to take it as a reminder to write something about people who want to gift sub, to pick people in chat and do it on purpose. It's really annoying, right? Because it's very much easier to just press the button for 5 random subs. Like, it's so much easier, but it feels, I think it feels more like a waste for the person who's gift subbing when you check and that person's never been here and has no idea who I am. Because, like, it's so dumb for Twitch. Twitch should absolutely prioritize people who are actively currently in chat when someone gift subs. It's so stupid that they haven't fixed that. So stupid. Yeah, but at least you were there, Shaker, right? I get subs like that. Every now and again, you do get a gift sub that's completely random, as Rogue is saying, from someone else. Like, just and that's what's happened. Someone's gift subbed in their channel, and it's literally just sent it out into the ether. Like, no one's gonna go and watch someone because someone does that. But don't let that take away from the generosity. Thank you very much, Wonky. I appreciate it, and at least 2 of those people will also appreciate it. Right, so we have Scrog. Scrog now, 10k cheaper, can throw a pass, comes with block, which is an elite skill that he didn't have before. Claw, disturbing presence, juggernaut, mighty blow. And pump up the crowd. Yeah, casualty scores controlling coach gains 1 team reroll. Oh man, he is so much better. And he plays for Old World Classic or World's Egg Super League, which is the same 2 things that Zug play for. No one's ever picking Zug again, are they? How much is Zug? 220, 5-5-10, block Mighty Blow. 240, 5-5-9, so he is armor 8, but he comes with Claw and DP and Juggernaut and a better special rule. Oh, thank you very much, Anonymous Gifter. There we go, Wonky. That makes up for it a bit. Yeah, I don't think the +1 armor is making up for Claw, Juggernaut, and a much better special rule. And just random disturbing presence. So next up we have Skrull Half Height, who has a passing increase. Which, to be fair, does also have... It is a passer, right? So, pass accurate. Sure, it did have passing 4+, by the way. That's how dumb this was. Strong passing game. That's... Yeah, okay, so this is unchanged other than the passing increase. It is a bit weirdly written, yes. So next up, we have the Swift Twins, which, as mentioned, should have been earlier, so I got to scroll to find them. So Lucian, 7-3-2. Oh, my days. A passing buff from 5+ to 3+. Block, Mighty Blow, Tackle. And Valen has had an armor increase. Pass, safe pass, sure hands. Working in tandem. If Lucian performs a block against... Oh, right. They've got the dribble and drowl rule instead of the old rule now. If Lucian performs a block action against an opposition player who's also marked by Valen, he can re-roll a block dice. If Valen performs a pass action that targets a square containing Lucian. What? What? Do you know why that might come in handy? Thank you very much, kind. Hello. I was going to ask you earlier if you wanted to join me for this video, but you were on turn 8 of a game, so I didn't. But the thought was there. This might come in handy because if you target a square containing Lucian, Lucian could be distracted. If you hypno-gaze Lucian, you can still throw at his square. That's it. That's the only reason I can think of for that saying targeting a square containing Lucian and not targeting Lucian. Oh yeah, he could be on. He could be prone, right? This, you're absolutely right. I forgot about distracted. Yes, not just distracted. He could be on the ground. Enjoy, kind. That sounds great. I hope you have a good time, and I hope your kids have a good time too. Give me a second. I need to check the door. So they've also taken a 40K price decrease. They were 340. So they are better now. But again, 300 down. I would take these. At least these will see some use. If you are 300 down, taking 2 players, one with Mighty Blow Tackle and one as a ball carrier is pretty great. Next up, we have Swift Vine. Swiftwine should be unchanged. She's new. Identical stats, identical cost, disturbing presence, sidestep, stab, stunty, identical skills, and it looks like an identical special rule. So yeah, not surprising. Same with Thorson, right? Thorson, identical costs, identical stats. Block Drunken Thick Skull, yep, identical skills. And identical. Oh, wait, no, not identical, is it? No, it is identical. Identical special rules, just written differently. So those are pretty rubbish because no one's taking them, but they exist. Next up, we have Varag. Varag now being replaced by Ripper. It used to be like, either or, but now Ripper's just better. And he's 20K cheaper to try and make up for it, I guess. And it comes with Hatred Undead. That's 2 people with Hatred Undead. And Unsteady, so sure, but he's Agility 3, so that doesn't matter. Oh, his special rule has changed. He may re-roll the armor roll instead of adding 1. Almost at the end, we've got Wilhelm Cheney, 84349, 220, Catch Claws, Frenzy, Regen, Wrestle, all identical. Reroll the result, all identical. So Wilhelm Cheney completely unchanged. Not interesting when they're unchanged, is it? Willow Rosebark, movement buff, 10K paid for it, and a passing buff, sure. Dauntless Loner, Sidestep, Thick Skull. I've seen Willow used just because, strength 4 and stuff, but not very good. Different special rule completely. Once per game, when Willow performs a block action resulting in her being knocked down, she can reroll. Okay, that's fair enough. Wither Grasp. So Wither Grasp is the same price. Foul Appearance, that's new. Didn't have Foul Appearance before. Prehensile tail, tackle, tentacles, two heads, and wrestle. This is annoying. This was annoying before. Like, keeping track of this stuff the first time that Wither Grasp is a target of a block action. Oh, that is someone looking for me. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. As I said, live stream. Stuff happening. It's not my dealer, it's food. Yesterday's delivery finally came, yes. Hello, JB. We have Zarg Madai, who I think is identical. Weirdly, by the way, ZZ should come after Z0. Z0, ZO. No idea why this is here and not here. Wrong alphabetical order again. Someone needs to check that. Identical, Cannoneer, Hail Mary Pass. There's the Steel, Secret Weapon, Thick Skull. Oh, it's Lost Sure Hands. Used to have Sure Hands. For some reason, doesn't have Sure Hands anymore. Secret Weapon, Squirrel. That's why. And same, but differently named special rule. And we have the last one. The last one is actually as interesting to talk about as the first one, I think, because it's the special rules being changed. We have Zolcath the Zote, someone we wouldn't normally see. 10k price decrease. Good stats. Disturbing Presence, Juggernaut, Mighty Blow, Prehensile Tail, Regen, and Sure Feet. However, this special rule has changed. It used to be once per game he gets Hypnogaze, which was shit. But this more better than no roll. Once per game, when Zolcath is activated, he may select an opposition player within 3 squares. The selected player immediately loses their tackle zone until they are next activated. He doesn't end his activation either. So, talking about cage breaking, once per game, he can just blitz the ball that he's within 3 squares of the cage for. Zolcath might see some usage. That's a pretty great... That's a pretty great special rule. That is wild. As it's yeah, the model's good, and now because of that special rule, Zolcath is good. The problem is, whenever a special rule like that appears, tabletop bans it. Anytime someone can do something from multiple squares away, tabletop ban it. Zarg gets banned. Maple gets banned. But there we go. I believe that's all the star players, right? We didn't miss anyone here. That is now all of the star players. We have got some missing, as we said. We didn't see the glory return of Ramtut. Bryce the Slice is out. Frankenstein is out. Rowanna Forestfoot is missing. So we may see more star players come in. But for now, this is your list of star players. Very weirdly done, by the way. I don't really understand why it's been done as a fake sticker book of 4 pages of which are in the back of the rule book and the rest are a PDF. And is an odd-ass decision right there. Surely they could have saved themselves 4 printing pages and just put all of the star players in this one document. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Look at the star players. We will have more. Not really a leak, this, is it? More preview news, probably including leaks, let's be honest, coming soon. See you next time.